I had been with LumaTech for 21 years. My name is Ethan Cole, and I was one of the founding engineers who built our energy conversion system from scratch. Back in the early 2000s, when we were just a cramped office of 6 people and an endless supply of bad coffee, I poured everything I had into creating something that could change the game. We did. And for 2 decades, I stayed loyal. Then, in walked the new CEO, Damon Cross. Younger, flashier, and obsessed with buzzwords like disruption, lean innovation, and most recently, restructuring. He barely looked me in the eye during meetings. I wasn't his kind of people. He wanted influencers and optics, not quiet engineers in flannel shirts with deep institutional knowledge. "Ethan, can I see you for a moment?" Damon asked one Thursday afternoon. His assistant stood beside him, eyes averted. I followed him into the glass conference room, stomach twisting. The HR head was already seated. "Ethan," Damon began, clasping his hands. "This is difficult. With the current market trajectory, we're forced to make structural changes. Unfortunately, your role is being phased out." I blinked. "After 21 years? You mean I'm being let go?" He nodded. Fake sympathy painted on his face. "You'll receive a severance. 2 months. We appreciate everything you've done." I was speechless. I didn't even argue. I just nodded slowly and left. My desk was cleared in silence. My teammates' eyes followed me, some sad, some scared they were next. But Damon didn't know something. Back. When we created the system, the Energy Nexus drive, the team had filed the patent. We agreed on shared ownership, but over the years, as roles shifted and people left, I quietly bought out the remaining shares from my colleagues. By 2015, I was the sole owner of the intellectual property. LumaTech licensed it. I never told them. I owned it outright. I guess Damon never checked. The warning signs. 2 weeks passed. At first, I felt empty. I would wake at 6:30 a.m. as always, but instead of driving to LumaTech, I sat on my porch with a mug of black coffee, watching the sun rise like an old man in a rocking chair. Then something changed. I began to receive calls. First, it was Rick from legal, then Megan, a project manager. "Hey, Ethan," Megan said hesitantly. "Quick question. We're trying to access some Nexus Drive documents from the cloud, and it says the license key is invalid. Any idea?" "You should talk to your legal team," I replied coolly. Next day, Rick called again. "Ethan, there seems to be confusion. Did you disable our Nexus Drive license?" "Rick," I said, my voice calm but sharp, "you might want to review your company's licensing agreements. That license was under my name. Damon terminated our contract. I had no choice but to revoke access." There was silence on the other end. Then Rick muttered, "Oh God." That weekend, I reviewed the paperwork. I had been smart, even when naive. The licensing agreement was renewed annually. Damon's decision to fire me nullified the agreement before its next cycle. LumaTech had no legal right to continue using the Energy Nexus drive. They had 2 weeks to cease all operations involving the tech. I sent a formal letter, no threats, no emotion, just facts. By Monday, the chaos had begun. The system began powering down across their test facilities. Engineers scrambled to override controls they didn't understand. Damon even tried calling me. 6 missed calls, then came the email. Subject urgent, request for meeting Ethan. "There appears to be some misunderstanding. We would like to meet and resolve this situation. Your contributions have always been respected. Please let me know when you're available. Regards." Damon Cross. I didn't reply. Instead, I made an appointment with my lawyer. The return of the quiet power. 3 days later, I walked into LumaTech headquarters, not as an employee, but as a patent holder. "Mr. Cole?" The receptionist blinked. "You have a visitor badge here. They were expecting you." I entered the same glass conference room where I had been fired. This time, Damon stood up as I entered. His polished smile looked more like a grimace. "Ethan, thanks for coming. I think we got off on the wrong foot." I sat down, my lawyer beside me. I didn't smile. "Let's cut to it," my lawyer said. "Mr. Cole is here out of courtesy, not obligation. The patent belongs to him. You've been using his system without legal rights for the past 2 weeks. That exposes your company to liability. Damon swallowed hard. We didn't realize. I thought the company owned it. You thought wrong, I said quietly. You should have read the agreements before firing the person who built your core technology. He glanced at the legal team behind him, sweat on his brow. My lawyer slid over a new proposal. If you wish to continue using the Nexus drive, here's the new licensing structure. Triple the previous rate, and royalties from all new developments, derived from the system. Damon opened his mouth, closed it, nodded. One more thing, I added. My name will be publicly restored to the patents and all documentation. You erase my name, you erase your future. That night, I went home and sat on my porch again. But this time I smiled. Not because I had won, but because I had never really lost. Power isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, hidden, waiting, and sometimes the man you fired is the one holding the very thing your empire runs on.